Something feels different at the grocery store. You notice it in the aisles, prices inching up, quietly but relentlessly. It's not a dramatic surge, but a slow, silent spike eating away at family budgets. This isn't just inflation or a seasonal blip. The story starts far from the checkout line, rooted in the soil of our northern neighbor and a high-stakes geopolitical game. Food prices are rising across America, especially for staples like corn, soybeans, and wheat. The cause? Not just weather or supply chains, but a crucial resource controlled by Canada. The era of stable food prices is ending, as the US-Canada partnership frays over a mineral most people have never heard of. To understand why your grocery bill is climbing, we need to look beneath the surface, to a powdery, pinkish mineral with the power to shake nations. That mineral is potash. Potash is rich in potassium, a vital nutrient for crops. Think of it as a supercharged multivitamin for plants. Without it, harvests would shrink, and the abundance we expect from American farms would vanish. US agriculture relies on potash, but over 80% is imported, mostly from Canada. Saskatchewan, Canada, is the Saudi Arabia of potash, supplying the lifeblood of American agriculture. For years, this trade was seamless. American farmers got fertilizer, Canada profited. But in early 2025, everything changed. Canada's dominance in potash became a glaring vulnerability for the US. Suddenly, the invisible engine of our food system was at risk. The rules of the game shifted, and America's quiet dependency turned into a painful liability. The stage was set for a crisis. The trouble began quietly, in early 2025. As US farmers prepared for spring planting, potash shipments from Canada slowed. No announcements, just unexplained delays. Fertilizer prices soared 38% in 3 weeks, sending shockwaves through American agriculture. This wasn't a random hiccup, it was a strategic move, coinciding with new US tariffs on Canadian goods. Canada, led by shrewd strategists, used its potash leverage to push back. President Trump lashed out, accusing Canada of weaponizing resources, but the US had little immediate recourse. The border, once a symbol of friendship, became a choke point in the continent's most critical supply chain. Canada cited logistical issues, but few believed it. A new front had opened in the trade dispute, not with tariffs but with the quiet squeeze of a mineral America couldn't live without. The handshake across the border was replaced by a firm, unyielding grip. America's food security was suddenly in jeopardy. The stakes had never been higher. The fallout hit hardest in the American heartland. For farmers, soaring fertilizer prices threatened their livelihoods and family legacies. Budgets collapsed, and tough choices loomed: pay sky-high prices and risk debt, or cut back and watch yields fall. Sleepless nights and hard conversations became the norm. The crisis rippled through rural economies, equipment orders canceled, banks grew wary, and the promise of a good harvest faded. This wasn't just business, it was personal, striking at the core of rural identity. The potash power play turned fields of hope into landscapes of uncertainty. The human cost was paid by those who feed the nation, caught in a conflict far beyond their control. The potash crisis has reshaped US-Canada relations, leaving economic scars and mistrust. The big question, what now? Will the standoff drag on, or will diplomacy prevail? For now, tariffs remain, and potash is scarce and expensive. America's wake-up call: food security isn't just about crops, but the resources behind them. Expect calls for domestic fertilizer production, potash alternatives, and diversified supply chains. Canada's move signals a new era of resource nationalism, natural assets as tools of power. The crisis forces us to rethink trust, trade, and self-sufficiency in a fractured world. The story of potash reveals the fragility of our systems, and the urgent need for partnership over power plays.